Uh, Good evening, everyone. My name is Rajesh, and on behalf of the Yoof team, I thank you all of you for joining this digital illustration webinar powered by Wacom India. Today, we are going to make art with Saajan. Saajan is here, and thank you, Saajan, for joining us and give your time and take away some amazing tips for making digital arts. Actually, so please join me in welcoming Saajan Mahamuni, the speaker of today's webinar. Saajan is a Mumbai-based illustrator skilled in communication design, graphic design, digital art, portrait painting, and has industrial knowledge of motion graphics and a demonstrated history of working in advertising. He has really quite experience about this digital art, and I'm very much sure that we'll learn few tips and tricks about the digital illustration, and he will share his experience as well. So he is also known for his digital portraits of celebrities. That is an interesting thing. You can check it. His Insta is Busy Pencil, and you can see this beautiful instance from movies and daily lives actually. So with the experience and techniques gained through the years, he is now sharing his knowledge to all of you with the hope that this experience will help you to unleash your creativity and equip you with skills needed to join a creative enterprises. I now hand over this webinar to Saajan, and he will take care of it. Saajan, first introduction about his work, and he'll share some tips and tricks. We'll having some polling segment also. You can join that poll. You can share your opinion, and we are having a question answer session. So you can shoot your questions in the Q&A section, and after that we announce some interesting updates with you. Just stay tuned with us. If you are having any issue, technical issue, just drop me a text. You all have my number. Just drop me a text on WhatsApp. I'm here for assisting you. Sajan, you can start the session, and that's all mainly. Hello, Sajan. Your voice is mute actually.
Hello.
Yeah, hi.
Can
Hi.
you hear me? Okay.
So what I'm doing, I'm just making you as a presenter. You have to share your screen. So make sure the screen should be always shared. Otherwise, it will come as a blank recording. So we have to keep the recording. I'm just making you presenter. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Rajesh, and thank you everyone for joining in. I think we will start with the poll of language. Which
Sure. I'm just opening that polling.
Okay.
You have the sharing screen. Just share your screen.
Just a minute.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay. Okay. 10 votes for English.
Just wait for a few seconds. We'll close it now.
Sure.
Okay, I guess we are done with that vote.
Okay.
So maximum people are saying both language. So as I know, there are a lot of people who does not speak Hindi actually. So we can go for both language.
Okay.
That will be, I think, best preferable answer. So I'm muting myself. You please continue with the session and just do it.
Sure. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you all for voting. Okay, I have got some basic structure about this webinar from Wacom to discuss discuss about digital art, the benefits of digital art, Wacom tablet I use, and some industrial knowledge. As you can see, my English is not that good. I have one small trick. I'll talk less and work more. So I'll share my screen and my work on my screen. If you have any doubts regarding that, you can raise your hand. We'll make it interesting. We'll make it interactive for sure. So just Small introduction about myself. Myself, Saajan Subhash Mahamuni. I work in advertising industry since 10 years now, I guess. I started with digital. I started with visualizers, junior visualizer, but now I am working as a ad director and senior illustrator in advertising agency. I also take some freelance projects for illustrations and logo designing, brochure making, etc. Apart from that, I have done my GD art from LS Raheja School of Art, Bandra West, which was government college, and then I immediately I started my professional career, advertising career. Okay, let's start with my screen, my some of my work. Mm, Can you see my screen, Rajesh?
I request you to just use this tab, this Zoho event tab. Just
Sorry,
try to
sorry,
ignore
sorry,
the tab
sorry. Come
when
again.
sharing a screen.
Sorry, come again.
I'm saying when you are sharing a screen, just ignore this Zoho tab. Use your other tabs to share the screen actually. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah. So you can continue. I have shared the. I have shared with you actually. That's
Okay, you can see my screen, right?
yes. Yes, please continue.
Okay, okay. So I've sorted out some of my work for this webinar. Let's start with some portraits. I think most people are interested in that topic. So these are some portraits. You can increase the size, I guess. Oh yeah. I tried some different styles for this. We can have some step by steps where you can see the process of making portrait. So this was portrait section of my folders. I have done some print campaign for Kotak Mahindra Bank, and I have done some illustrations for that. We have got an award for this campaign last to last year in Goa Fest. I would like to share those illustrations, those print campaigns. I have done one calendar for Kotak Mahindra Bank. I have tried some different digital art style for that. You can it will look like watercolor. So this was that style. So one illustration, some copy text about that visual and the calendar. This was the layout. This was the first page actually, but I don't know, somehow it came last. So the calendar was about those people who work in society, but not, but we forget to thank them. You know? So the calendar was a kind of tribute to them, like coolie, the barber, cycle wala, dhobi, you know, dhar wala, waiter, safai wale. So okay, I have done some uh, digital medium, digital some videos for digital platform like Facebook, Instagram for Kotak Mahindra Bank, and I have done some illustrations for them. I would like to share one of them. So I did illustration and uh, the animation as well in Photoshop using Wacom. So concept was you add more, you earn more. Like in bank account, we put some money in our saving account and we uh, earn some interest from that. Oh, this was one of my favorite. The 10-year challenge of from 2019. Okay. We'll have another poll about digital art. Rajesh, can you please share that question for poll?
Yes. Um, so why do you want? Okay, I got it. I share the question. I hope you are talking about this one.
Sorry.
I hope you are talking about this one.
Yes.
So maximum people are saying about to eventually make money out of it,
Superb.
and of course the other one was not bad as well. Okay, I guess we should close the poll.
Okay. Okay. But I think we are having some more votes, I guess.
Yeah, yeah, we are having other polls as well. So do you want to run this polls also?
A few seconds.
Yeah, sure. Which one?
The same poll.
Okay, so I guess this is we have closed that actually.
Okay. 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 Eventually make money out of it. That's a
Mm-hmm.
good one.
That's the maximum.
Great. Great. So I would say okay. Let's talk about practice. How do you practice? What you love to take for practice? A traditional medium or a digital medium? Rajesh, can you please run that poll?
Sure.
Okay. Okay. I was expecting exact the opposite, but anyway. Uh, can we share the result with attendees?
Yeah, they can see the result actually. Yeah,
Oh, great. That's
so
great. That's
they can see the result.
okay. Okay. Kind of 50-50.
Yeah, it's almost 50.
And that's interesting, I guess. Uh, Personally, I even use traditional medium for practicing. I maintain my sketchbook with some watercolors or pencils, and I love to practice on sketchbook. But yes, I do practice on digital platform as well, because that is the destiny. That is the um, you know bread and butter. You should practice on that medium so that can um, you can learn more from that. You should try more brushes, more textures, more styles of art, right? Okay, let's close this poll. Any questions we have? You can raise your hand.
We have a lot of questions actually. I suggest you to just go to that Q&A section and you
Okay,
can find there are a lot of questions. And but
okay.
Sajan, I want to ask you, matlab, what is the process you follow to this follow to create the celebrity portrait? I mean, through your pen, I mean graphic pen.
Okay,
See,
okay,
I
okay.
hope the audience also would love to know about that.
Uh,
Little bit you can share with us.
I think I'll share the step by step from Vidya Balan's folder. Do you want me to run that folder again?
Not necessary. You decide, and you can go through this question answer session Q&A segment. You can
Okay,
find the questions over there.
okay, okay. So I also make traditional art in my sketchbook, but for this we also want to make digital art for making money out of. Wait, was it a question or what? But for this, we also want to make digital art for making money. Okay, I don't think that this is question. I'm actually very new to digital medium. Can you tell me the tools which can be used for digital? Okay, we can share a screen with our Photoshop to this question. Share screen. Okay, okay, okay. Can you share my screen? Can you see my screen, Rajesh? Hello.
Yes, yes.
Okay, okay, great, great. So, for digital art, you should have knowledge about basic Photoshop at least. Brush tool. Where is the brush tool? Okay, B. I have some good collection of brushes. You can see, but I hardly use all of them. I have one another folder called favorite brushes, and I mostly go there and pick my brushes. So this some soft edges brushes with less opacity, canvas textures brushes. You can create your own as well. This one is another canvas brush. Hmm. So basic tools you should know if you want to use Wacom tablet and Photoshop. Some people work with Illustrator as well, but I prefer Photoshop when it comes to digital art. So you can draw something. So this is the brush. You have eraser, and yes, of course, you can use this panel. So gradients selection tool helps a lot. Eyedropper when it comes to picking up a color. For an example, if I have a palette and I want this portion, then I can just go to the eyedropper tool and pick these colors. So these basic tools are very important when it comes to digital art on Photoshop. And some more questions. How to make professional illustration? Okay, that depends on what kind of art you are making and client's requirement. But the basic answer for this question is practice. You should practice a lot. You have to observe other artists work a lot, and you always try to create some new from your imaginations. Okay, I have. Please tell how to get work for illustration. How to how to get work for illustration? I didn't understand this question. Mm, if it is about commission works, you should have good contacts, and you have to work for yourself first, and then people will know about your work. Like if you see my Instagram, I have posted a lot work which I have done for myself, not for my clients. And then from there people can approach you for commission works like portraits or anything else, wedding invitations or what's say logo making, character designing, um, book illustrations, etc., etc., etc. You work on which software? I work on Photoshop. I have answered already. Please explain as you run through the process. Okay, I will explain again. So let's come to the Vidyavalans. So this is rough structure of the portrait. I started adding some more details and I finalized the sketch from that structure. I started filling colors, bold patches, a background, details in eyes, nose, the dramatic light. That's it. But I think it took my 4 hours, I guess. So have patience. That is most important thing. Okay, any more questions? Okay, there are a lot. How to learn about lighting? Okay, lighting. We can have a short demo again. I'll talk very basic about lighting. Like is a ball, and we are expecting light from here. Sorry, light. Then this portion gets a middle tone. Highlight, light, middle tone, dark, and again a reflection, a reflected light. Anyway, so and reflected light, and then comes shadow. See without this, it will look something like this. Okay. Okay, someone is saying my voice is breaking. Rajesh, am I audible? Hello? Hello? Hi, Rajesh. Hello? Hello? Hi, Rajesh.
Yeah, hi Saajan, you are audible.
Okay, great, great. Uh, what is the process you follow? Directly do the painting in digital or do a sketch in traditional medium? Uh, I used to work in traditional medium first, and then scan that paper, and I used to take that JPG in Photoshop, and then I used to work on that to make it a final digital piece. But nowadays, I don't do that. I directly work on digital. I directly use my Wacom and Photoshop. It helps me a lot, and it saves my time. Sir, I want to know how to make sketch look realistic, how to add extra effects. I didn't understand the word extra effect. Mm, how to answer this question? To realistic sketch, you should observe the details in original picture or the person if you have in front of you, and you should work on each and every details. Mm, what software? Okay. How do you how do practice illustrations and character designs? How do you learn? What was the procedure? Okay, I'm not so much into character designing, but I have a small or a bit. I The procedure. I don't think I noticed my journey really, but you should check check out some good artists' work regarding character designing, and your visualization, your imagination should be very strong for that, and that is the only key, I guess. How to choose right brush for specific purpose? I think you can create your own brushes, as I told you before. But if talking about selection of perfect brush, I think I when I feel uh, some something about that texture, I choose. For example, if it is cloud, I use soft edges brushes. For if it is a realistic painting, but I prefer making it looking like a traditional art, like a canvas and brushes. So my brush, I think I have choose this one brush. This one is my favorite. So I generally don't go to other brushes. What software again? Same question. From which link did you buy the brush set? I don't remember honestly, but I think I have I have searched on Google, like canvas brushes or traditional art brushes, or use those keywords to when you are searching or you want some good quality brushes. But I haven't bought any brush till now. I'm using some free brushes got on Google, or I guess DeviantArt. You can look for brushes. Any specific reason to use Photoshop in place of the Illustrator for digital pad? Mm, See, Photoshop is a pixel-based, raster-based software. So, uh, being I used to work, as I told you, I used to work on canvas and pencils. I have that feel. I used to I love to make traditional feel in my piece. So I use Photoshop, not Illustrator. In Illustrator, you have some mm, sharp edges in your illustrations. So I think that, and Photoshop is much easier to get textures you want, the lightings you want. And again, I think it is about personal experiences. So there are some many artists who work in illustrator, and they are doing a very fantastic job. So I think it's my personal experience. Which Wacom do you use? I use Wacom Intuos 4. I bought this Wacom from olx.com for very cheap price, and it was hardly used. I guess 2 or 3 days. The person told me that the Wacom has only 2 3 days of experience with him. So I bought this one.
Yeah, that's interesting. But I will share with the attendees. Actually, you can visit Wacom.com
Of
and
course, of
purchase
course.
the Wacom. The range is starting from 4,000 actually.
Yes, 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 yes.
Cheap
Some
price,
new,
and you can go for it.
right,
Thank you.
right. Some new Wacoms are really interesting. They can connect. You can connect them to your Android phones, and that is interesting. You don't need to always start your desktop or laptop. You just plug in into your Android phone, and you can use wherever and whenever. And I think Cintiq range is very good from Wacom. The 13-inch Cintiq is really cost effective, I guess, and it has a good capability for even for beginners to professional level. You can choose that tablet, the Cintiq. Mm, okay, next question. Okay. Can you share your favorite brushes zip file? Of course, of course. Nirja Sonar, of course. Just ping me on my email ID or Instagram. We can have your email ID, and I will share with you my favorite brushes. Any specific reason to use Photoshop? Okay, I answered. When did you started digital painting and reason for it? I started digital art in 2012, I guess, and the reason was see, I'm working in advertising agency, so the you cannot just draw on papers or canvas and scan it for your campaigns. So digital medium is the answer for that. Any specific? Okay, that is. Sir, where do we get the brushes from, sir? Also, which Wacom tablet would be good? I answered, I guess that. Okay. Rajesh has answered that question. You can find good Wacoms from 4,000 to Cintiq, which is 60, 65. Want it to last for a long time. I would say go for Cintiq. Uh, Dipti Srivastav, I would say go for Cintiq. How to start the digital art process? Then my Sonavne, how to start a digital art process? You should have basic knowledge of Photoshop, and you should have a good, at least a basic tablet. And okay, I'll again go for a demo. I would suggest give only 15 minutes at least per day to your Wacom and Photoshop, and you can try you can practice to get used to the tablet and Photoshop. You can use this exercise. Draw horizontal lines, draw vertical lines, draw circles, and as I showed that light effect, you should practice that too. Hmm. Okay, actually, this question is very vast, so I cannot answer this question in 5 or 10 minutes. So it will need another session or of 1 or 2 hours, maybe. But basics are this: what device can we use? Can you suggest basic device? Okay, I have answered that question. Please suggest few useful effect brushes for digital art. Useful effect. Okay, I would love to show some detailed snaps from my Irfan Khan portrait. Portraits Irfan. Okay. So this is 100% digital art, but if you can see details, you can feel the canvas. I think this makes your art more beautiful when you can feel the traditional touch to your digital art. And so try to use some textures. I use canvas texture mostly, but there are a lot. You can try those textures. How much do you cost for one portrait for illustration? Average 6 to 8 thousand. Also, it depends on the style of portraits. There are some different styles. If you have noticed, this one is again a different style. You can feel a watercolor effect on this sketch or a portrait, maybe the oil paint effect. Again, here you can feel the canvas texture. This one is another style of art. Madhuri Dixit was again different style. You can feel the paper over here, right? So it depends on the style of portrait. How to create animated digital art? Animated digital art. If you are asking about the process video, then there are different softwares for that. I generally take uh, save JPGs in after few minutes, like 30 minutes. I take JPGs of that process, and I merge those JPGs into a video. And of course, Photoshop has a timeline option where you can animate objects. For example, we can move this object from here to here. So the timeline of feature of Photoshop is useful for animated videos. What is the next question? What all online platforms do you use to showcase your work? Okay, I am on Behance, on Instagram, on LinkedIn, on Facebook, but I'm mostly I use Instagram most for showcasing my digital art, and Behance I use for showcasing my advertising portfolio, like brochures, designing, logos, mm, videos done for any brands. You can check it out my Behance account. It's Saajan S Mahamuni, Saajan S Mahamuni, Mahamuni. How to start freelancing? Okay, for freelancing, you will have to work for yourself first. So, as I said earlier, I have posted I have developed my Instagram with my own work. I haven't posted any of my clients' work on Instagram. So you will have to work for yourself first to build your portfolio, and then from there, those platforms, you can get some good clients. Can you show a little demo of how you splash color from top to the sketch, just like animation which you have uploaded? Okay, okay. Okay. Mm, for splash color, I have different another different brush, and the same timeline feature I will use for animation dispatch. Okay, let's keep it later. That's it. This is the basic, but you can try some extra brush layers, and you can create a dynamic effect of this effect. How much do you? Okay, okay. How to start freelance slash I find it difficult to select or think which background would suit the illustration. Can you please suggest something about this? Mm, how should I answer this question? Okay, for this, okay, for this piece, I this feels like very minimal colors are there in this artwork. So I have chosen that paper texture for to more look look it more like a traditional piece. So and Irfan Khan's, where is that? So you can see the texture of canvas here. It depends on what you are making. I guess here I cannot answer this so fluently, I guess. But if you have any doubt in your next piece, you can definitely ask me on my Instagram. I will answer there for sure. How to consistent to make same style of art? Okay, but why do you want to make a same style of art? You should try some other styles of art. Pavan Sutar. Keep trying, keep practicing, and you can find your own style. but I personally I feel that there is no that is not important to have a personal style of a particular style. You should try different styles, and that in that process you will learn different methods, different textures, and you can enhance your skill. Okay. Mm, Next question. iPad Pro 2020 useful for I haven't used iPad yet, so I cannot comment on that. But people are doing a pretty good work on iPad. So honestly, I'm not able to answer that question because I haven't used yet. I'm still using Wacom and Photoshop. Okay, how do you make this Vidya Balan illustration from starting to the end? Please tell the procedure. I have explained already how to make art traditionally and then make it digitally. You can draw whatever you want to on a paper. You can scan it or click a picture of that and take it into Photoshop to do coloring and lighting effects, etc. etc. I use Illustrator because it's much more versatile and lag-free to use in a low-end PC, whereas the Photoshop starts to lag. Your comment on this or your perspective? Okay. Uh, I use Illustrator only for designing purposes like logo design or brochure design, website design. I haven't used Illustrator for making an portrait or any other kind of illustrations. So I cannot give my views on Illustrator for digital art. But talking about lag and Photoshop, I haven't experienced that thing. My computer never hanged with Photoshop. So maybe your RAM is the RAM is the problem, or your hard drive. You should have at least 500 MB hard drive, and I have 8 GB RAM and 1 TB hard drive. So
Hi, Saajan. I guess Saajan has some internet issue. So, guys, I just want to update few things. We all the participants will get the certificate after the session. We'll share the certificate to your email ID. Second thing is ki, the lucky five attendees will get gift voucher from Walking India. We'll contact you. Whoever the winner will be, I mean, final winners. And we are running a contest on comics with a cause on digital illustration. Submission last submission date is 31st August, and the winner will get one by Wacom tab. Around the cost is around 4 to 5,000. So please submit your creatives so we can participate in that. Actually, thank you, Sajin. Can you hear us, Sajan? I guess there's some issue from Saajan actually. Some network issue, something happened over there. There's a heavy raining in Mumbai right now. So we'll wait for a few minutes more and else we'll close the session now.
Hello.
Yeah, Sajan, can you hear us?
Yeah.
Yes,
I guess network
please continue. I'm sorry, please
problem is
continue.
there. Okay, no problem. Mm, okay, what was the question? What do you enjoy more, digital portrait or illustrations? I enjoy illustrations more that tells story about my life or what I feel about the society, and that is interesting for me. Uh, okay, next question. Okay, what is the favorite dimensions resolution setting in Photoshop you prefer? Uh, Keeping in mind you may want to print them at some point of time. Okay, I use 4 is to 5 ratio on Photoshop, like 8 by 10 in 300, then so that I can print in at A3 size, and that is good for posting on any social platform as well. आई स्नेहा बाहेर कोण आहे बघा जरा. Can recommend any cheap budget pen tablet? Okay, the answer is there. Which is the best way to add light and shadow after completing drawing or adding those while? Okay, generally I add lights after completing the drawing. That helps me to understand the shapes of the object or a portrait or a figure. What are the pros and cons of a big following on Instagram? Does it put any sort of undue pressure on your mind in constant engagement and uploading new work for the followers? Okay. Hmm. That is a good question, I guess. Mm, yes, you have to keep engaging to your follow with to keep engaging your followers so that they they should keep following you and keep interacting you. But you should work for yourself, your happiness. That is more important than the followers. Can you please show one demo for color filling layer by layer? I think we we don't have that much time. We can. I'm going to have a workshop for that. So stay tuned on my Instagram. I will upload a story regarding that. Okay. How creativity is important? Creativity is important in every sector of life. You be it engineering or an art or dance. So creativity is important. I missed the webinar. Okay. What What are the best ways of finding clients? The social media. I for certificate we will say okay. Any other questions?
We can run the poll actually. We are having a few polls left.
Okay,
So,
okay, okay, okay.
there's a poll. So
Okay, that was nice.
the
Okay,
last
okay.
one we can run the right now actually.
Sorry.
The last one. Do you want me to review your work and Insta?
Yes, can you run that poll?
Yeah, it's there.
Okay, okay, okay. Okay, okay.
So
Okay,
maximum
for this
to
poll.
have the advantage
Okay,
actually. So guys, whoever wants to
okay.
review your work to Saajan, just follow him on Insta. It's Busy Pencil, and you can ping him directly. So I'm sure he will attend and do the needful
Yes,
actually.
yes, of course. Of course, of course, of course. I do live sessions for profile reviews. I give some tips, feedbacks on there, and I think that will help your work, your life, your skills. Anything else, Rajesh? Hello,
Hi.
hello.
So I guess we are good enough. I guess it's the time now also closing. So guys, last we
Great.
can if there any question. So there's a two questions, two three question actually. So if you want, you can attend that, and if you want, you can close that also.
Okay, okay, okay. I'll just check it out.
Just check it out.
Okay, when creating shadows, what should be the base color, greenish or grayish, so that when we reduce the opacity, it looks more finished. It will depend on your color scheme. Actually, it's not necessary to have a particular color. Any views on gesture art? Okay. Views. What can I say on that? How to how to others come creative block? Okay, how to overcome creative blocks at the time we don't get any new ideas. Okay, uh, I love this question actually. Whenever you go through that creative art block, you should uh, take references from internet for of hands or legs, and you should practice them. You should practice the hands, fingers in details, and that will help your drawing skills and observation and pencil strokes. So creative block will help you for sure. When creating shadows, what would okay that answered. Okay, I think that's it. Rajesh, we are done. Hello.
So thank you so much, Sajan. I guess uh, we have reached the end of this session, and thank you so much again for your timing and your experience. And I'm sure it's a really enjoying and learning for the other people for the attendees actually. It's a really great session for us as well, and thank you so much. So thank you to
Thank
all
you.
the attendees. Thank you Wacom India for to make it happen. To help us to make it happen actually, and it's a really great opportunity for us also to reach you all guys. So
Right.
you can reach us to Yoofmac at Insta ID. You can mail us on hello@yoofmac.com. Please follow Saajan at Busy Pencil, his Insta ID mainly. You can follow him. You can contact him directly. You can ask him if you have any questions. I'm sure he will attend and he will give you the proper guidance about whatever
Of course,
questions
of
you
course,
have.
of
And
course.
we are having more webinars in the coming days. Just stay tuned with us. And we are running a contest also, comic with a cause. It's a digital illustration contest. So the winner will get a one by Wacom product. So just please participate the contest, submit your creatives, it will be fun actually. Thank you so much again. Thank you.
Great, great. Okay, thank you so much for having me, Rajesh and Wacom. Thank you so much for attending the webinar. Thank you all.
Thank you so much. Okay.
Okay, bye, bye.
Great weekend, guys. Thank you.